Jefferson County Court Law number 2 is back in session. First case we're calling is cause number 332324, case of style of State of Texas versus Power Rochelle Partan. So Partan, would you please come forward? For the record, is your full name Cara Rochelle Partan?
Yes.
Partain. Ms. Partain, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Partain, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Partain, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Partain?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Partain, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes.
Or these your initials on the line stating that you have already hired an attorney to represent you?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Partan, you're gonna stand on the 4X in front of our court coordinator. She's gonna reset your case. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
We'll reset 60 days. Shane Leger. For the record, is your name Shane Tyler Leger? Mr. Leger, I have two cases. First case is cause number 332260 and cause number 332262. All two cases are style of the State of Texas versus Shane Tyler Leger. Mr. Leger, is that your full name? Mr. Leger, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Leger, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Leger, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Leger? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Leger. I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Are these your initials on the line stating you want to apply, that you would like to hire your own attorney? Okay. Now, Mr. Leger, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the document? Did you understand what you read? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay. Mr. Leger, you're going to stand on the 4X in front of our court coordinator. She's going to reset your case. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Dusty Kirksey. Well, there might have been a case on a jail run that was should have been rescinded. What I was that on the jail run? What was the date? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay, this is cause number 314910, case of style of State of Texas versus Dusty Rhodes Kirksey. Mr. Kirksey, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kirksey, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Kirksey, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kirksey, you may put your hand down. How you doing, Mr. Kirksey?
I'm doing fine, and yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Kirksey, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights for Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir, it is.
Are these your initials on the line stating you want this case to be reset so you can hire your own attorney?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kirksey, before you sign and initial this document, did you read this document?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand what you read?
I did.
Is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Kirksey, our court coordinator is going to reset your case. And once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Now, Mr. Kirksey, please stand by that window in front of our court coordinator. Ernest Thomas. This is cause number 331-990, case style of the state of Texas versus Ernest Peter Thomas. Mr. Thomas, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thomas, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Thomas, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Thomas?
All right, you.
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Thomas, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line stating you want the case to reset to hire your own attorney?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Thomas, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes,
to the
sir.
best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, your case is going to be reset by our court coordinator. You're going to stand on Forex in front of our court coordinator. And once you get your case reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. All right, right over here.
Yes, Dylan said June 27th.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we're going to set it on the same day with your felony case.
27.
Yeah, and what that means is you're going to have to, on that day, you're going to have to come to this court and check in, then go to the felony court. And once you finish your felony court, you're going to come back here. Let us know what happened, and then we'll reset your case. Now, if you go there, well, if you come here and then go there and then leave, your bond may be forfeited and warrant be issued for your arrest. So you got to come back here.
So I go there first.
You can come here first to check in and let us know that you're here, and then you go there and finish what you need, whatever you have to do over there. Then you come back here and let us know,
Yes, sir.
and then then we'll reset your case on the same date that you're coming in.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, she got one check. Hey, look at this here. Look at here. She said one of them was checked since she already had one.
Okay.
And then you might have to wipe something out and just have her put her initials on the correct one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Chavez, right. Taylor Chavez. Your full name is Taylor Chavez? Thalia Chavez?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Chavez, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Chavez, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Chavez?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Chavez, I have a couple of documents before me. The first document I have is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that states you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes,
I also have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant's Signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Chavez, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Can you take them for you?
I just need to,
Those are the originals, these are the copies.
you can staple a copy. Yeah. Now, Ms. Chavez, let's see. Mr. Porter, would you hand this to Mr. Chavez? Ms. Chavez, the document that he just handed out to you is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2.
Yes, sir.
I will go over these bond conditions with you. And it reads, following arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of the defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. And that's pursuant to the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 40, Article 17.44, Section A2 and Section C2. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Now, condition number 4 does not apply to you because it only applies in a DWI case. And your case is not a DWI case. Now, Ms. Chavez, if you violate any one of these bond conditions, your bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, a warrant could be issued for your arrest and you could be placed in the Jefferson County Jail. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, your attorney that has been appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Bruce Cobb. Our court coordinator is going to reset your case and give you information on how to contact Mr. Cobb. And Mr. Cobb will be giving information on how to contact you. So you're going to stand on the 4X in front of our court coordinators, get your case reset. And once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Chelsea Washington. Mr. Porter, could you hand this to Ms. Washington? Court is in session in two cases. First case is cause number 332-239 and cause number 332-241. Both cases are style of state of Texas versus hold on a minute. Okay, Ms. White, just have a seat. I'll call you back. Okay, court is in session in cause number 331458. Case is style of state of Texas versus Jonathan Levier. Mr. Levier, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Levier, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth after God? You may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Levier? Oh, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Levier. I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line stating you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
Also, I have before me a document that is titled affidavit of indigence. Mr. Levier, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Levier, is this your signature online that's titled defendant signature?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lavier, before you sign and initial these documents that I've just mentioned, did you read the documents? Did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Lavier, your attorney that will be appointed to represent, well, first of all, you qualify for the appointment of court-appointed attorney. The attorney that's going to be appointed to represent you is Attorney Peter Doyle. Mr. Doyle will be given information on how to contact you, and you'll be given information on how to contact him from our court coordinator. But before you go over to the court coordinator, I have to go over standard bond conditions with you. And the document that you have in your hand is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
I will go over this document with you. And it reads, following arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand the condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body, and that's pursuant to the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44, Section A2 and Section C2. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 4 does not apply to you because it only applies in a DWI case. In your case, it's not a DWI case. Mr. Lavier, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, a warrant can be issued for your arrest and you can be placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Lavier, you're going to stand on the forest in front of our coordinator, get your case reset. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Melanie Dennis. Okay, this is cause number 332270. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Melanie Dennis. Ms. Dennis, is that your full name? Ms. Dennis, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Dennis, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, Ms. Dennis, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Dennis?
All right.
That's good, Ms. Dennis. I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Ms. Dennis, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Are these your initials on line stating that you would like to apply for a court-appointed attorney? Okay, and Ms. Dennis, I also have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Ms. Dennis, do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, Ms. Dennis, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature? Now, Ms. Dennis, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents? And did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay. Ms. Dennis, I've read your affidavit of indigence. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. An attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Mark Faggart. Attorney Faggart is going to be given information, well, you will be given information on how to contact Mr. Faggart And Mr. Faggett is going to be giving information on how to contact you from our court coordinator. Have a seat in that chair with the black and yellow tape. And once he finishes at the window, you're going to go to the window. Your case is going to be reset. Once your case is reset and you're given information on how to contact the attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. What did he say? Miss Dennis, would you please come back up? What paper are you talking about?
With the DUI,
Read you the paper with the DUI.
with the long paper.
That you wasn't given, your case is not an assault case.
But I got DUI.
Right, right, it's not an assault case. Okay. Glenn Ballard, she asked for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney.
Give the attorney a chance.
Court is in session and calls number 326-996. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Glenn Ballard.
Yes, sir.
That's five.
Full name is Glenn Paul Ballard.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ballard, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Ballard, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ballard, you may put your hand down. Now, see, Mr. Ballard, you also have another case, cause number 332430.
Correct.
Now, Mr. Ballard, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on this document?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on
Yes,
a
sir.
line that states you would like to apply for court-appointed attorney? I also have another document here that's titled Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Ballard, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Ballard, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? I mean, well, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you go over these
I
documents?
did.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Mr. Ballard, I've read your answers in the affidavit of indigence. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. An attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney David Grove. Now, our court coordinator is going to give you information regarding how to contact Mr. Grove. Mr. Grove is going to be giving you information on how to contact you as well. And so you need to stand over there to get your case reset. And then once you finish there, you have to go see our bailiff. Okay? And just sign over there and then then you go have a seat in the jury box with a bailiff.
Thank you.